The car next to you has a very good sense of design, a very online sense of size or consideration. Can you think of a large number of sales? What about this car? It's the new Tiggo Plus CDM. CDM is just moving. Then we know that this brand was actually very good before. Domestic and overseas sales accounted for almost 1-to-1. Then, what about the brand now? Even their new energy growth momentum is very rapid, so the current status of this brand is: overseas sales have both increased, but the growth of new energy is also said to be a very healthy state. So what's next? I'm very curious about why this brand is created like this. It's a selling hit. I'll make a good appointment, but before that, I'll take out my housekeeping 100 and give it to the film first. Wow, this backlight car is really beautiful. The lines work instantly. Although the size of this car is not too big, the car is more than 4.7 meters long, and the car is more than 2.7 meters long. This sense of consideration is instantly available. Come out, let me see. I found that without one of his headlights, it is very distinguishable from a distance, and the front feels like a big mouth-style bling-bling in front. Wow, good job. Oh, now this door handle has become quite hidden, which is quite amazing. Now this taillight is also one piece, and the small decorative details show a lot of thought and craftsmanship. Comfortable. How to put it, the change in internal potential is really very big. Compared with before, a lot of sub-packaging materials are used to place everywhere I come into contact with it. Moreover, now it has become a block, so the middle block. Come out. There is even wireless fast charging of wireless charging 58, and there is a sense of speaking layering. The top is black, and then this wood color is a card flag, or brown layering. The middle screen is not a dual connected screen, but a larger screen. It's still an 8155 core Sky, and it's really becoming more and more new, so there are quite a lot of places to shoot in this interior style. This car is a 7-seater version, so let me first test the space. The All-Star 8 Plus CDM is a 7-seater SUV with a 232 layout. If there are no people sitting in the third row, putting the seats on it is basically a big 5-seater concept. At this time, the backup wall can accommodate 4 22-2 suitcases, 1 24-4 rows, and a 20-seat suitcase space. There is still plenty. If the second row is turned upside down or even a bed shop, there is no problem. If the third row is erected, the trunk can accommodate 2 20-seat suitcases. In general, the layout of the second and third rows is quite versatile and can be adjusted based on the seating and storage needs. Many people believe that this 7-seater SUV city seat is not comfortable, so we invited 2 men who are 1.8 meters tall and weigh 150 pounds to test it. Here is the front row seating position, the middle distance seating position for the second row, and the seating position for the third row. What are your thoughts on this performance? What about the new RIP 8 Plus CDM HSBC power this time? In fact, based on the original dynamic base, he made some adjustments, and now the structure has become simpler and the rate has increased. Of course, the most important thing is the cost, so that the starting price of CDM has come to 12.99 mosquitoes. But about this CDM Kunming power, we can simulate the normal commuting scene. For example, when we go out and encounter some scenes in this city, we may actually encounter some traffic jams. In fact, in the city, if traffic jams are collected, then this car. Driving in this case is very, very smooth and it's quiet. In the city, the steering taste is also very light. I think it's very, very easy to turn around, and the 2-pedal building is also very linear. I think even if you are a driving skill and don't have such friends, you may not feel too much pressure when driving. After driving for a while, you may go to the ring road or even the high speed. What should you do about this car if you want more surging power at this time? The power reached 265,000 yards. The data of 30 Long Mi is really not bad. Even though the calibration here may not be too sports oriented, if you look at my speed of 80 per hour, I think there is no problem with this power output at all. Of course, the entire process is still biased towards gentle acceleration. It won't say that you have too strong a sense of power output, but it has already been raised. Actually, during the commute to and from work, you can take a moment to unwind. At this time, make the most of his 815 chip and the incredibly powerful Xiaoxi interactive system. Hey Xiaoqi. The main house is here. Please play a song, turn on the seat heating, and set the air conditioner to 23 degrees with second-class wind. There are already 3 channels of seat heating during the summer vacation, so now the ability of continuous dialogue and all such operations are okay. Such a voice exchange system greatly improves the convenience of your operation. Of course, when it comes to convenience and safety, this car also has an L2.5 driving system line to support it. These functions are also available as well as lane centering maintenance, etc., which not only improves safety, but also drives. Let me add another thing about safety. The safety of this car is still very sufficient. Sometimes the safety device can also increase the thorn gas in the rear row. The Western key energy and the far end key energy that can be driven are generally available. Most of the far end key energy are rarely equipped to you. In fact, it is mainly to avoid 1 or 2 injuries when the driver and the co-pilot encounter each other. I think this car is quite sufficient. How much is it? I must talk about his CDM Kunping power. It uses a 1.5 TGDI action-specific engine with a heat power of 44.5%, so this data is actually among mass-produced engines. It's not too low. Of course, the most straight light advantage is the performance of an energy number. For example, what about this car? There are 2 pieces of data. The first one is that its pure electricity can reach 116 kilometers. Hey, it is also said that if you use daily traffic, it is okay to charge it once a week. What if there is a power loss? The official fuel consumption measures up to 5.19 liters. Considering the drive of a 1.9-ton SUV or similar, this performance is commendable. Additionally, the battery uses China Innovation Aviation technology, enabling it to charge from 30% to 80% within just 19 minutes in a 0-3 railway mile context, supporting fast charging. This swift charging time means it functions seamlessly even as a primary electric vehicle. Covering over 1,200 kilometers, we eventually observed that its CDM aerodynamic power doesn't hinge on a single capability. For instance, whether focusing on extreme power or intense energy conservation, it strives for a balance instead of excelling in just one aspect. What kind of result do you want? You want power, and you want to fly can satisfy you. Moreover, some results have been achieved in both aspects, so I think this CDMI is more about a balance. Whether it is the new Rifu 8 Plus version or the stable driving of CDM, it is actually very, very competitive. We will use this price. For example, the current 1.6T power starting door is lower than the discount price in the old Champion version. The exciting news is that it's still available at a remarkable value. What is more important is to update the CDM to bring this competitiveness to a higher level. Then if you include various national policies, take the 1.6T drive as an example, the original price of the version is $11,999, but now it only costs $8.99. That's it. If it's 2.0T plus 8 at T, the original price of the Champion version is $5.99, but now it only costs $1.49. So friends, this price information should be very enticing and attractive to you all.